Hi everyone, I'm Ghulam Jamal from TN Visa Expert, and today we're going to talk about the adjustment of status process and how to complete it easily. So the adjustment of status application allows you to request a green card for your foreign-born spouse. Now before you get started with the application process, you want to make sure that you meet the adjustment of status requirements. If you're not sure whether you meet those requirements, you can go to the website. We have a free qualification test that you can take, or watch the adjustment of status requirements video. If you're still not sure, send us an email and we'll be happy to help you out. So once you've determined that you meet the requirements, what we're doing today is we're going to talk about the process itself, and we've broken it down into some simple steps so that you can understand what it takes to complete your application. So before we get started with the adjustment of status process, what I want you to know is that USCIS, the U.S. Immigration, has reported that approximately 30% of applications, of initial applications, are either delayed or denied because of mistakes or incompletely done applications. So a way to avoid this is to use our Visa Streamline system. It's going to allow you to complete the process correctly, make no mistakes, and file your application. The first step in the application process is to complete the USCIS or U.S. immigration forms. There's numerous forms that are going to have to be completed, some of which include the I-485, the I-130, the travel permit if you wish to travel before your green card is issued, as well as the employment authorization if you want to work before your green card is issued. Now the number one mistake people make in this step is that they either fill out the form incorrectly, or if they're not sure, they leave it blank, which is where the delays occur. With the Visa Streamline system, the legal team completes the USCIS forms for you so that everything is completed correctly and there's no mistakes. The next step is providing the correct supporting documents. Depending on your situation, you could have anywhere from 10 or more supporting documents. If you miss one of these documents, your application will be delayed again. The government's going to send you what's called an RFE, a request for evidence, if that happens. Now this isn't the end of the world, but you've just delayed your application by 2 weeks to 4 weeks. And again, if you use the Visa Streamline system, you're given a checklist, and we tell you exactly what documents that you're going to require. So you simply gather those documents and they're included in your application. As part of preparing your application, you're going to need to complete a medical exam. So you want to make sure you complete the medical examination, provide the results with your initial application, and one of the most important things is remember to keep the envelope sealed. Do not open it. Now if you've done everything correctly, you can mail in your application. At this step, there's one common theme amongst people who do it themselves. They're worried and nervous. Did they do it correctly? Are there any mistakes? And for the next 3 months, that's what they worry about. With the Visa Streamline system, you don't have to be stressed or worried because you know it's done correctly. Also, with the Visa Streamline system, you can have your application mailed in less than a week rather than 1 to 2 months when you attempt to do it yourself, because we guide you through the process and it's streamlined. After you mail in your application, you should receive a notice of action. This should be received within 2 weeks of mailing in your application, and it means that it's a notification from USCIS that your application was received. Within the next 30 days, you should receive instructions to schedule your biometrics appointment. This is where your fingerprints will be taken. If you had submitted your travel permit and employment authorization, then you'll receive approval of this within 30 to 90 days after mailing in your application. Next, you'll receive notification of your marriage interview. Read the instructions carefully. Making a mistake here can seriously delay the process, since a new interview date will need to be scheduled. Now, it's interesting to note that not all applications require an interview. We've had several customers use the streamlined system and not get called in for an interview. Others have had their interview be less than 15 minutes. We also provide and prepare you for the marriage interview. For this last step, patience is required. If everything goes well after your interview, you'll receive the approval decision in the mail within 1 to 4 weeks. Congratulations. There is an easy and affordable solution to completing your adjustment of status application. The main reason people have problems is because they're not familiar with the process. And when you're not familiar with something, you start to make mistakes. Now, what also happens when you're not familiar with the process is that it takes you much longer to complete it. So instead of taking 2 months using the Visa Streamline system, it can take you less than a week to complete your application. And the number one reason that our customers say that they've chosen the Visa Streamline system is because we've created a process that's easy, it's easy to understand, and they have someone who guides them through the whole process. So they don't worry, they're not stressed out, and there's no mistakes being made. To get started, email us or click the Order Now button to purchase the Visa Streamline system. We're here to help you with your green card. So let us do what we're good at.